Hello, everyone. I'm Mackenzie Mitchell, joined by fellow friend and NXT superstar Jake Atlas. I'm so glad to have you on today. And how we normally start the show is we pick out a name with the superstar that I'm talking to. For Bronson Reed, it was
Apron Hangs.
For Ever Rise, it was
Hot and Loud.
And a bunch of other names and silly stuff that they put together. So I'm going to put you on the spot here. What name should we make the show today?
I think we should call it What's Tea with Mackenzie Mitchell.
What's tea? Like we're sipping the tea.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, that's very unique. I love it. So what's tea? I love it. But I'm so glad to have you today because I feel like a lot of the NXT universe doesn't get to see Jake Atlas outside of the ring. It's been a year since you've been in Orlando. You're from California originally, right?
Yeah.
How has this transition been in a full year?
Oh, it's been crazy. I went from living at home and being dependent on my family to completely uprooting everything I know and everything I've grown up to have known to come to Florida. Florida and California can be any more different. So, and to just learn everything on my own. I think that I'm mature in a lot of ways and I was able to grow up in certain ways. I'm in charge of making sure I'm okay.
Right.
So that's been a whirlwind of just craziness the past year.
I always see you backstage kind of walking to yourself. You're always in your own little corner. Is that something that you do to kind of get yourself ready before you go out in front of the crowd?
I think so. I think that I'm a huge introvert.
You really are.
I'm a huge introvert. I've always been a shy kid, and I've always been super to myself and kind of reserved. Always had a fear of how I would come across to people.
Well, you are a performer by nature. You started in cheerleading.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, going off of being a person who's so introverted, that was kind of my outlet. And I remember I would go home and I would research YouTube videos. I was like, how do you do that? And I self-taught myself a back handspring, self-taught.
That's hard.
Just from looking at videos and being like, this looks so cool. I self-taught myself most of my tumbling. And then I actually used the excuse to my mom. I said, Mom, I think my sister Melody would like to take up gymnastics. No, she didn't. But I forced my mom into placing my sister into gymnastics, and that somehow got me involved into gymnastics. And I was able to use that as an excuse to go with my sister, also take a tumbling class before senior year. I was like, you know what, let me try out. And decided to join the cheerleading team, and that helped me so much because I made friends. I was able to be myself.
So how does that translate all of what you've learned in cheerleading into the ring for wrestling?
It helped me be in front of a crowd, and the cardio as well, which I'm sure you're aware of. The competition routines are pretty fast.
Oh, of course. I was a competition cheerleader as well, so I totally get that. So Jake, I feel like everybody knows your story. But I want to touch a little bit about who were some people in WWE that helped you along the way?
Definitely Stephanie McMahon. I felt her genuine energy and her genuine will to want me to succeed when I met her. Sonya Deville was very instrumental and very helpful in reaching out to me and saying, hey, everything's going to be fine. Everything is normal here. Everything is great. And she's obviously someone that I aspire to because she was just so fearless and so headstrong about who she was and how she was going to present herself. And she's a woman, that was just so, to me, inspiring. And so for me, being a man and being the only male openly gay superstar here at WWE, it was kind of well, then I can be the leader, and I can help Sonya drive this message forward of inclusivity, acceptance, and stuff like that.
So you are an openly gay superstar here in NXT. Why is it so important to you that that not be the focus of just who Jake Atlas is?
There's so many other layers to me that I don't want people to pigeonhole me and group me in just this one thing, because I think there's so many other things to me that make me special, and that's hard to say, but I speak Spanish. I'm a first-generation Mexican American.
Wow.
There's just so many things to me that make me more of who I am, and I don't want people to think that that's the only thing. I'm obviously pushing a message forward, and honestly, just by being here, that's enough. Just by being here and being a member of the roster and being able to hang amongst these superstars, that's enough for me. I've shown the world that didn't define me to get here, and it doesn't make me any different than an Adam Cole, or it doesn't make me any different than an August Gray, or it doesn't make me any different than any of these superstars. That I can go in the ring with them, and when you look at us in the ring, you're looking at two guys trying to win. and you're not looking at, Jake Atlas, the openly gay superstar.
Sure.
You're looking at Jake Atlas, someone who's trying to win and become a champion.
Well, you mentioned championships. What is a goal here that you have?
A goal I have is to be a household name. Obviously, championships are something that I'm aspiring to, and I want to become NXT champion. I want to become WWE champion. I dream of a day where my face can be on one of the production trucks.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
that's awesome. I think that's a goal that you want to aspire to, that people can watch and people can see an advertisement and connect you to this company. And I think that's something that I wish to accomplish.
Well, thank you so much for being here today. I love sitting down and getting to chat, and the NXT universe getting to see who you are, because I know who you are a little bit more, I feel like, than they do, and it's so much fun to share these stories and to just sit down and talk. So thank you again. We love watching you on Wednesdays on NXT, and of course on Fridays on 205 Live. Again, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.